minutes early. I just want to make sure technology works. I'm so excited to be here with you. I'm live. I'm Teresa Collins, and what I'm going to share today has really been pressing on my heart, and I was so grateful that everyone, well, not everyone, but that Notions had asked me to speak and to do this kickoff with you and to share a message. And so thank you for being here. I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity. I'm grateful for those of you who will be joining in, and for those of you who maybe are not going to be live and maybe you will see this on a replay. I hope that what I share with you today is truly felt from my heart, and that the message is, hello there, hi Christine, because I've really wanted to share some content with you that I truly believe has changed my life and changed not only me personally, but my business and grown my business. And I really believe that it will help you. Again, both personally and professionally, because I feel every day I always say that you should, oh, I don't think we can hear you. Babe, they're saying they can't hear me. Oh no. Okay, see, that's why technology is good. Do you have it on? It should be all the way turned up. Let's make sure. Hi, Fiona. Your volume is too low. Let's see. Is this better? Let me know if my volume is better. I wanna make sure. Okay, I will talk as loud as I need to. I can hear you. Okay, Maria, you say you can hear me. I can hear just fine. Okay, so hopefully, thank you for joining. Again, like I said, hopefully we have a lot of you here that are able to be here live. And I want you to know what I'm sharing with you is very, very tender. For those of you who if you don't know who I am, I'm Teresa Collins, and I have been in this wonderful industry for about 19 years now. My actual degree is in interior design, and what has brought me here, I'm going to share just a little bit. Oh, they're asking if you can move the camera closer. You know, nothing like working from home now, right? And so we will definitely move the camera closer so that I want to make sure that you can hear me. And I will speak as loud as I can. And they want the camera a little closer, babe. And so I will speak as loud as I can. Hopefully you can hear me. And moving the camera closer as well. Oh, for a minute. Okay, I think my husband is going to actually give me a mic. I think that can help too. Normally we have all this fancy stuff that we can do. Your camera is fine, and I can hear you fine. Okay, what we'll do is we'll do a microphone too. So hopefully I will speak as loud as I can, and we'll move the camera closer as well. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And I'm excited to share a message with you today. So we're gonna move. Oh, that's pretty.
You're gonna go up close and personal,
okay,
young lady.
This is very close. How close is this? Okay, here we go. Oh wow, this is a.
Here's the deal. I know you'll be heard.
Okay. Okay. Is that okay? Very close. Hopefully, can you hear me a little bit better now that we're closer? Hopefully. I want to make sure your camera's fine and I can hear you just fine. How am I doing now? Is that good? I'm just waiting. I know there's like a little bit of a lag, and so hopefully I will keep going unless you cannot hear me, and I will speak as loud as I can. So thank you for being here. Oh, thank you. So what I wanted to share today is really personal to me, because for those of you who may not know, I've been doing this a really long time, and what brought me into this industry and my backstory is actually my why. And today I'm going to talk about what is your why, and I'm going to share some things that 2020 know for me, and I know for you, we had to change the way we were doing things. And I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to get real with you, and I'm not just going to go surface level today. We're going to dig deep, and we're going to talk about how we can keep going and keep evolving and growing. And I'm going to suggest, if you have a pen and a notebook, for me, you know, my gold love here, that you write things down, because I know I'm going to share things today that I believe will speak to you. And maybe some things won't resonate, but I have a feeling that we're all in this together. And there's a lot of things that hopefully I can share with you that can help in some way through things that I've been doing and things I want to share. So I'm going to challenge you. I always do this. Especially when I'm trying to, especially for businesses, I always say, what is your why? I have people, even my son, I have 2 kids that are in business school right now, in college. And my one son, both of them actually wanted to they're both starting their own companies in college. They're encouraging them to do that. And as my sons came to me and they were like, Mom, can you help me? And the first thing I said to them wasn't what they wanted to do or how they wanted to do it. I said, why do you want to do this? And my one son, actually both of them, they were like, that's a good question. I said, so I want you to write this down. And I thought about that, and I said, why are we doing this? What is your why? So I want to share just a little bit. I know I see a lot of familiar faces here, and I know that some of you may know my story, but if you don't, I want to share really quickly my why, because I'm hoping that by sharing my why in a real, honest, and very vulnerable state with you, I hope that your why, you can think about your why and what you're doing. So I was born in Hickory, North Carolina. I was born out of wedlock to a mother and a father who really didn't want me. And I lived a life of not being wanted, and I suffered from a lot of physical, mental, and sexual abuse as a child. And with that, there was just a lot of things that I went through that made me feel not connected. I didn't have friends. I didn't have that happy childhood or that sense of being loved. And because of that, and not having really any friends, I desperately wanted to figure out a way to not only love myself, but be able to connect with people. And so through the years, I started realizing I had to do it for myself. And I realized at a younger age, I didn't want to be a victim, but I wanted to, change the script. I didn't want to keep going in that same direction. I didn't want to, because of the limitations that I had, to let it hold me back. So when I was 29 years old, I had gotten married, and I got married at 19 for all the wrong reasons, but I had 3 amazing children, 3 girls that I love. But then when I was 26, I got a divorce. And talk about feeling like a failure. No one wants to admit it, but I did. I made mistakes, and I know we can all relate to that. I got remarried, and I married my husband Tyler, and then right after that, I was pregnant with my 5th child, and I had a massive stroke at the age of 29. And not only did they tell me I wasn't going to live that night, but to this day, I don't have any of my left side. I'm numb on the complete left side of my body, and I also lost my left side peripheral vision. Not too long after that, my mother died. About a year and a half after that, my mother died at the age of 52 of a brain aneurysm. And I was gutted and devastated. And here I was, still recovering from my stroke, and I was completely so sad, and I didn't know really what to do. I'd always been creative, and I was always going to the local scrapbook store, and I was doing stickers, and I was doing cards, and I was doing something, for my kids' school, but I was drawn. It was like a magnet was pulling me in to tell my mom's story. And I decided to start taking these classes at a local store. And you guys, that my obsession and my why became I wanted to document my mom's life. And I'd never scrapbooked in my life. I started taking beginner classes, and my why became very, very, very strong. Was that I knew how precious life was, and I knew that coming from, about losing my life and the stroke and the after effects, that I wanted to, document in a way that would really have purpose and to help not only remember my mom, but also I knew that life is a gift and every day is a gift, and I needed to do that. So that's a little bit about my why on when I started designing. And I was given this amazing opportunity from a really young beginner crafter to start designing lines. And as I did that, I realized I wanted to be different. And I want you to think about that in your why, is like, what is setting you apart? Because I saw all these beautiful, back in the day, there were 7 Gypsies, and there were all these great companies out there, and they had great products, but they didn't actually speak to me because I was looking for more, I wanted things that mattered. I wanted things from the heart. And when I started designing stuff, I remember my very first collection was at a CHA in Dallas, and I did a love collection. And I remember wanting to tell a story with that love collection. And I realized for me, it was the story and, the feelings. And it was more than a pretty, I wanted to mix pretty because as a decorator, I love to decorate the page and I wanted it pretty, but I also wanted to mix the meaning behind it. So as the years have evolved, my why hasn't changed. And my why has been, I want to connect people. I want to help people tell their stories, but I want them to do it in a way that, is meaningful to them and that they feel like empowered through my products and through what I'm doing. And as the years have went by, I realized that often, a lot of times, as a business, we feel like we have to do it to make money. We have to do this because the bottom line is, sorry, I just want to make sure you're here. Hi, everybody. But we do it, and I always say, chase your passion in your business. Chase your passion in your life. Because for me, to this day, you guys, I really honestly feel like I'm doing what I love, and I'm just so blessed that I'm able to actually do this as a profession, as a career. Like, I love speaking to you today. It is my why. I mean, I never thought years ago that I would now have written books, that I would be speaking around the world, that I would have products that are so outside of just paper. And it's not just paper, though. My why is telling a story. And so I wanted to preface this, before I started, because I want you to know that as we're talking, as I'm sharing today, I want you to think about why you're doing what you're doing. Because I'm going to challenge you today as a person first, because it starts with you. It starts with you. Is why are you doing what you are doing in your life? Why are you doing what you're doing today? You always start with your why. And you'll get a lot of clarity. So some of the things that I've realized, I had, for over the years, I'm getting really deep here and personal, you guys. I had a lot of companies that were like, you can't do it, Teresa. You're a girl. You should let us buy your company. Teresa, you need to be with us. Teresa, what do you think? How can you do this? And I always, followed my promptings. I say follow your feelings. My word for the year is follow. Follow it. And I knew that I could do it. And I knew that that failure wasn't an option, and that I would follow that gut. And you need to follow your gut. You've got to follow those feelings that you're feeling, and don't just say, oh, that's too hard though. I can't do that. I don't know how to do this. And I always say you can figure it out. And so, and what I realized through the year, that for me, as I've grown, you know, it's easy for people to look at where you're at maybe and go, whoa, how did, you know, that they want to be there. And I always tell my kids, like, it takes day after day of work. It takes day after day of evolving, and going and keep going for it, because there's really no insight. You know, it's like, if you love what you're doing, every day you wake up, and in fact, I always say there's 3 things. I have a top 3 I do every day, and I'm going to share that with you. The one thing is I give gratitude, and I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful to be alive. It changes. Before I get out of bed every morning, I'm like, thank you. Thank you that I'm alive. Thank you. The second thing I do is I do something every day to serve. And that may sound like kind of weird. You're like, what does that mean? That may be like, I'm going to do something for someone that, you know, it may be a phone call. It may be, you know, a note. It may be grabbing lunch for someone and dropping it off. But every day I'm very intentional with my 24 hours. And I go, I want to give back. So give back in some way every day. The third thing is I set a goal every day. I do one goal, and I'm going to get that goal done. Like, that goal is, it's like nothing is going to stop me from that goal. So you're going to go, okay, well, what does that mean? So for example, I have personal goals and I have business goals. And so on any given day, I don't overwhelm myself. I don't believe we should ever be in a state where we're like, we're so frantic. And I find that in times, especially as business owners, we're always thinking, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And we're like that octopus, and there's so many arms out, and we're like, well, I got to do this, and now I got to do this. And we get so overwhelmed that oftentimes we may just even shut down. I don't know. I wish I could ask you, do you feel that way, to where you're like, how can I possibly do this? There's too much. But if we break it down and we go, today, I am going to get my social media done early. I'm going to work on my accounting today. I'm going to finish that project that I was going to do. Today, I'm going to do my laundry, because that's been weighing on my mind. Today, I'm going to, and so every day I do my top 3. And I've done this for years, and it's helped me to really be a better me. And it becomes a habit instead of, oh, I have to do this. So, in starting with your why, I wanted to talk about some other things that, you know, this year has been kind of crazy. It's been a lot of crazy. So, in talking about the 3 things, my top 3, I want to talk about 3 things every day that I want to challenge you to think about, that you feel are worthy of your time. Okay? 3 things. And by the way, we're all different. So your 3 things, and oh, thank you for sharing this, Karen. I love the feedback. That I'm a connection person, so when you are sharing with me, by the way, my husband just brought a mic. Hopefully you can even hear me more. Because here's the thing, I'm just like you guys. Like, and I really wanted to share with you today what I believe is real content, and not just, you know, the stuff you see and you go, it's so easy, because it's not. And it's every day building yourself. So every day, I want you to think of the 3 things
Ask him if it's
that are worthy of your time. And if they are, that is what you should be doing. Instead of like going, okay, I talk about a little bit like it's so easy to get lost and to do things that are not building your foundation. Every day,
Ask him if
I
they can
say
hear
this
you real quick.
over and over. Are you building yourself? Are you building the foundation of you and your business? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Can you guys let me know if you're hearing me? I get on a roll and it's kind of hard for me to stop, but I hope that you can hear me. But you're building your foundation. It's like the house. If you have a shaky foundation of your house, eventually it's going to crumble. So I want you to know that a little bit. If you maybe just a little. My husband just asked you to.
I can take you off the super close up now.
Well, I would bring it a little bit. I think that's fine, but you don't have to do it so close. Okay, so building the foundation every day is going to only help you. And some of the ways that I do that is daily making the decision of that you're making the decisions. You're not allowing outside people to tell you all these different things. Social media is going to pull you away and go, watch me, do this, instead of you going, wait a minute, I need to focus. I need to focus on what I need to do that's going to build me today. Is this going to help me or is this going to hinder me? So, again, are you building yourself? Are you building others? Or are you breaking yourself by doing things that are not giving you back what you need to build you and to build your business? So, I love this. So I wrote this down so I said it right. What you do daily gets you closer, is what you're doing every day getting you closer to your goals and your vision. Okay? Every day is what you're doing, is it getting you closer to your goals? Okay? Every day. And it's not some big, huge, gigantic, that's why I say 1 goal a day. Because if I have like 20 things to do, like you, we're so busy, and then we feel like we failed. How many of you felt like you failed? And you're like, I didn't get this done today, I didn't get this done. But how about you change the script and you go, I got this done today. I did this. And you focused on that, and you did it, and you did great. So, one of the things that I want you to be and look at in your life, are you present? Are you allowing for things to come into your life that you need to listen to? And it's from within you. Too often there's so many outside critics, so many things going, do this, do that, do this, do this. And be strong in who you are and following that gut and your why. And it's okay to say no thank you when things are not working for you. I believe the focus is the point, but it's difficult when you have a lot of tasks. I think it's a process. It absolutely is a process. Trust me, I have been there. And guess what? You're never gonna get to that perfect place in your life, because life isn't perfect, and we are not perfect as people. And we're going to keep growing, and we're going to keep evolving, and we're going to learn, and we're going to get, I always say, align yourself, but be willing to pivot and go, okay, this didn't work. It's okay. Instead of saying, learn from what's working and what's not. So daily, for me, I always say to have an action plan for the day. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing you have to do is adjust your mindset. And I do it every morning before I get out of bed. I say, okay, instead of saying, I have to do this, I have to do payroll, I have to do this, I always say, I get to do this. I get to have that meeting. I get to do this. And it will change your mindset. Because instead of going to something like you have to do and you're overwhelmed, you're like, I get to do this. You're alive today. I always believe in that. So your daily thoughts, your daily actions, your daily efforts, you decide. And I really feel like at the end of the day, I want your goal to be this. I want your goal to be that you're finding fulfillment in what you're doing. And when you feel that, you're going to feel happiness. Because if you're miserable, I promise you, your business, your life, all of those things are not going to, it's not going to fill your cup. How can you give something you don't have? So guess what? Every day, I work on my happiness. I work on my attitude. I work on my energy. So change your mental state. I will tell you, this is my why. I love myself. I work on loving myself every day. I work on being the best Teresa every day. I want you to work on loving yourself right now, not in when your business is more successful or when you have a better relationship with XYZ, when you have it's never going to be perfect. Be happy now. So many people will tell me, if I lost weight, I think I would be happier. If I was this, if I was that. Be happy now. Be happy right now in the presence. Change your mental state. I am the biggest believer in the power of positivity. I had a girlfriend actually tell me that one time. She goes, Teresa, you have the power of positivity. And I go, yes! I've never heard that before, but now I own it. I own that. Because I can control it and you can control it. You can control your happiness just by deciding that you're going to be happy. Your energy. I know it's kind of crazy, but I want and believe in the power of our energy. And your business will thrive if people want to be around you, if people want to be in your corner, because your positivity, your attitude, the things that you're planning, people are attracted to that. And it's true. Like, think about it if you're around friends and you're like, oh, they're so negative. Do you want to be around that? No. Be positive. Even during the times when you're like, this is hard. You know what? Put the spin on it. And focus on truly looking for, the joy in the bad, the good in the bad, because it's still there. Trust me, there has been some crazy things happening in the last year. We, as a business, we've had tariffs we've never had before. We had a shipment that I think was maybe 3 or 4 months that we were waiting on, and I was like, what am I going to do? But I decided to reframe it, like the foundation going. I was like, Teresa, reframe it. There's nothing you can do about this. So what are you going to do? You're going to keep going. You're going to make lemonade out of your lemons because there's no other option. So hopefully that will help just a little bit, because you are the master of your life. You're the master of your day. You decide if you're going to allow these things to overwhelm you or lose your focus. So here's the thing about focus. It's so important. Focus forward. One of the reasons why I always say I'm not a victim. Everything that I've went through personally and everything that you've went through in life has built you. I want you to look at those things, all the hard, all the stuff that's knocked you down on the ground and made you go, I can't do this. When my husband Tyler died, we were married for 19 years, you guys, and for those of you who knew, a little over 6 years ago, he died of cancer, and I was done. I was literally at that point where I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, how am I supposed to now take care of my kids, run a business, do the things that I promised him I would keep doing? I was sad. I was at the worst point. Like, it was even worse than my stroke. I just thought, what else? But I want you to know that despite the hard that you're going through, despite 2020, despite going into 2021 and thinking, okay, I want you to know that you're a warrior and that you're strong and that you need to manifest what you want to happen in your life. I want you to surround yourself. If you were here at my home office, you're going to see so much. I walk into my office and I feel positive. I feel energetic. I feel enough because I surround myself. Your environment, you control your environment. Who are you allowing near you? What are you allowing near you? You can decide. You guys, I have problems because of my childhood. I wasn't going to share this, but I'm just sharing it because I think some of you can relate. I cannot have ice cream at my house. I can't. I will eat not only half the container, I will eat the whole container. Because when I was younger, I didn't have food. And I would literally go without food. So now I have struggled my whole life with weight issues. And I realized that I want the ice cream. I want to eat the whole gallon of ice cream. But I had to change my environment. So I had to even tell my husband, I'm like, if you buy ice cream and bring it home to me, we're going to have issues because you don't understand. My love language is more with food. So control your environment. If you can't handle ice cream like I can't, don't do it. If you are going on the internet and wasting hours during the day, not being productive or doing things that aren't helping you in your daily life, control your environment. Say no thank you. It's okay to say no thank you. It's okay to walk away from things that aren't building you and your business. Okay, so one of the things I believe in is that you have to push yourself beyond what you think you can do. Do not allow anyone to tell you, oh, you can't do that. You know, it's like that glass ceiling, you know, the ceiling that they say. Push above it. Push above it. When all I heard in 2020 was a lot of people telling me, I'm shutting my business down. I can't do this. This is too hard. This is, you know, and I decided that if I listened to all of that, all it was going to do would make me think, well, can I do that? What can I? So I decided to go, no. How can I change 2020 in a way that's going to only help me grow? So this is what I did. Now, obviously, this is very personal to me, but maybe it could help you. I had not been going and doing, I would post on Facebook, you know, little things, but I changed the way I went on Facebook. I started doing lives again. I started connecting in a very deep, personal way. Not only that, I didn't just go, hey, buy my products. This is what you want. I would say, this is why I created this. And I shared my why. People want to hear your why. They don't want to just be sold to. They want to know why. They want to know, why should I come to that event? Why should I go to that retreat? Why should I go to support this? What is the why behind it, not the product? And I really believe that is the real human connection. People know if you just are trying to sell them something. And so I connected in a real way. I wanted that. The other thing, I believe that you can still keep growing. So many times we get frustrated and we go, the algorithms, the competition. Your biggest competition is yourself. I can't tell you what other companies are coming out with and doing because I focus on what I'm doing. I want you to focus on what you're doing. What do you do well? What do you do well? Keep doing it. What do you need to improve upon? So 2020, I'm just going to be honest, I didn't even know how to edit videos. I've had to teach myself how to do videos. I had someone that was doing my YouTube videos and it just wasn't me. It didn't feel like me. So I took it over, you guys. I taught myself how to do the videos. I taught myself how to edit. I've been doing that myself. My YouTube channel went from to I'm now seeing huge results from my YouTube channel in the last 6 months. I just learned. I was like, how do I do this? You can figure it out. The other thing that I want you to have is a limitless mindset. This is one of my bracelets I'm wearing. So it says limitless. Limitless. Do not ever limit what you can do. Keep going. Manifest it when you see it. And every day, just make progress. Instead of thinking, I have to do this. I have, just keep going. The other thing is I want you to set goals that make you feel uncomfortable. Okay, I said it. That's true. I want you to set goals that make you feel uncomfortable. I want you to look at where you want to be. And just like an airplane, you're up on the airplane and you're going straight for that destination. I don't want you to keep veering and detouring and all that, because be so focused on where you're going that you have you're mindful and you're like, this is what I want to happen. Because so many times in life, it's like in a car. It's like having a map or getting in your car and saying, okay, take me somewhere. Well, where do you want to go? Have a road map. How are you going to get there? What do you want? Write it down. I am a planner. I write it down and I adjust and I pivot if I need to, but I write it down, because if you write it down, you're going to be accountable. I really believe not only as a business, but a personal, like my husband. I was so fortunate to be able to get remarried. And one of the things I made him promise me, I said, promise me we'll still date. And I said, promise me these things. And we will have these real talks, because I believe when you really want to shine and you really want to get where you want to go, where your why. And to me, it's fulfillment. It's not a number in my bank account. I don't ever consider success as the money in my bank account. Never have, never will. To me, success is fulfillment and happiness, and knowing my why is that I truly want to do products that speak to people, that help people to tell their story, that help people feel, like I'm wearing one of my necklaces enough. I want to know that I'm helping people feel a certain way about themselves. I want them to feel they're enough. So some other things that I did this year that, we've been doing Google ads. We'd never done Google ads before. Guess what? It works. I could not believe it. I just checked my Facebook. In the last couple weeks, our engagement is up 321%. Who knew? I didn't know how to do a Google ad, but we figured it out. Another thing is newsletters. Can I talk about newsletters? I had stopped doing newsletters for a while. I'm just going to be honest. And I had heard newsletters so valuable, newsletters. And when I started, I decided in 2020, with everything going on again, I have an amazing employee that I hate even saying employee. She's my team. She's part of it. And she said to me, Teresa, you need to start doing newsletters again. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. So this is what I found. She was, and you're looking at your analytics and you can see who opened it and why. When I didn't send out, if I was a day late sending out my newsletter, people were emailing and saying, I didn't get your newsletter. I want your newsletter. Where's your newsletters? I'm printing out your newsletters. And I thought, wait, what is going on? So guess what? In my newsletters, I'm writing a letter. I'm sharing my heart. I'm sharing my why. What's going on this week? What am I doing? What lives am I doing? What events am I doing? What's going on? But I always leave a message from my heart, and I'm not just buy this, buy this, buy this, buy this, because that's really, if someone wants to buy something, that's great. I so appreciate it. At the end of the day, we are businesses, and obviously we need money to survive and to thrive, but also we need to touch people. And so I found for me, for my newsletters, I have a different approach of doing newsletters. I don't see it as something like, I have to do a newsletter. I think this is my way to send love, a virtual hug, a virtual I love you, a virtual thank you so much. I believe in that. It's not just about, even if someone never buys one thing from Teresa Collins, I want them to know that they matter and that they're connected with me. And it's real. The other thing that I wanted to share was that some of the things that I do, or a lot of things that I do, I don't expect anything back. I just don't. Because I know that for me, I gain so much from just being real and helping show the reality that a lot of people face as running businesses, and not sugarcoating it and like, you're never going to see me going, look at this and how great my life is and this, because I do think I have a great life because I'm happy. But for me, I'm happy because I'm designing products and I'm doing what I love and that I'm passionate about. I'm still that girl from Hickory, North Carolina that grew up in a trailer, that's so grateful that was, that I was able to start and grow from things that a lot of people would maybe consider, themselves as victims, or like, why did this happen to me? And I go, you know what? It's okay. It has only made me grow. So, some of the things that I want you to know and share some personal things, hopefully I'm doing okay with time, is last night I did a live. I do every Monday on my business page. I do a Motivation Monday. And I love connecting. And I have just in 2020, I also decided with some promptings from my team, they're like, Teresa, you need to have a Teresa Collins Facebook group. And I was like, and I just wasn't really comfortable with the fan thing, because I'm just Teresa. It's just not who I am to think like I'm any different than anyone else. So why should I have a fan group? Everybody should have a fan group then. So we did it, and I named the group Teresa Collins VIPs. Very important person, because we're all important. And I want you to know that you don't get what you don't ask for. And so I said, I want this group to be no drama, and just share all the stuff that you love, my products, and everyone's on there and they're sharing, and there's zero drama. And last night I was doing a live, and I said, I asked, I said, hey, will you go, and if you're not already, join my Teresa Collins VIP group, be a part of my community. Within an hour, we had 100 people that wanted to join the group. I was blown away. I had no idea. I got a text, and I was like, wow. So you don't get what you don't ask for. Ask your customers. Ask them. If you need help with something, if you want them to share, if you want them to come to your next amazing, when we can have events, maybe it's a virtual event, ask for that. Tell them why you want them there. And I really believe it's very life-changing. So today, my message for you is to think about why you're doing what you're doing. What do you want to portray? What do you want to come across? What do you want to make happen in 2021? 2020 was hard, you guys. And every day I just said to myself, I'm like, what can I do to give back today? How can I build myself, but also build other people and let them know, hey, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to get through this. And keep following your heart, following your gut, and know that you can do it. So a few of the things that I did and that I do, if you're not familiar with my brand, is I set no limits on the products that I can come out with, whether it's jewelry, apparel, anything that speaks to me. It has to speak to my why. So I started doing art prints, and I just wanted to share just a couple of those with you. I'm sitting here, and I know this is backwards, I'm sorry. But this first one here, these are 6x8, and this says, you are awesome, smart, wonderful, beautiful, and loved. My why is that when people buy Teresa Collins products, they feel limitless. They feel loved. They feel connected in a real way, and not some way that's just like, never give up. And this was all from going through the loss of my husband and the things, bold in progress. And be different. The world, there's so many different reasons why. Great message. Oh, thank you so much. There's so many things that people are being distracted with this year and last year. And people want to have hope. They want to be surrounded by your positivity and your energy. And so I want you to amp it up. I want you to look at the things that you want to, do better, and focus on that. 3 things, top 3 every day. Give gratitude, give service, but also set a goal. And remember, write down that goal. Some days it may be a smaller goal. The next day it may be a goal that, but accomplish one goal a day. It really will help you with your mindset to know, I can do this. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. I really appreciate your kindness. I want you to know that follow your heart. People will always tell you should have done it this way, you could do it that way. But I want you to be very clear, get crystal clear on what you want. And don't give up. You're going to fall down. You guys, I'm going to share something I wasn't going to share. So after my husband died, it was really even hard for me to go into my office. I just lost my positivity, and I'm a very positive person, but I was just really brokenhearted. And I want you to know that I know what it feels like to want to give up. I know what it's like to feel like you're just kind of coasting. And it took me a while to feel me again. And my business, you guys, I was, I don't know how it was just barely going by. People were like, are you doing a new line? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And you guys, I literally just it was like this, and it was slow because I wasn't doing it, you guys. I was so broken. And then something happened. I was still working with Fiskars. I was doing my scissors, and I went to a Creativation show, and I was at the booth, and a group of wonderful, amazing people were surrounding me, and they just showered me with love, and they were like, your products speak to me. And they explained to me what I meant to them, and I just, something like a light bulb went, it was like lightning went through my body. And I remember I was like, wow, next year I'm going to have a booth again. I'm not just going to, you know, I still had stuff going on, but like I said, I was coasting, you guys. So the next year I came back and I had my booth, and then I went to the New York stationery show, and I started doing all of these shows again because it took me a while to have my fire back. So real story, had to go to my accountant, and I remember it been a year. I was back going for it, you know, and I'm sitting down across from my accountant, and he looked at me and he goes, Teresa, and I promise you, this is what he said. He goes, I didn't think you would be here. I didn't know if you could recover from that. He goes, I am amazed, and he pretty much like, he was proud of me, and I remember sitting there going, yes, don't give up. I've been there. I know it. I know how hard it is. I know that the struggles and all of these things are hard. I've been here for almost 19 years and I'm not going anywhere. And that's what you need to have. Are you going anywhere? Don't give up. Failure is not an option. Dig deep. If you're down on the ground, pick yourself back up. I know you can do it. And begin with your why. Not how, not what. Why are you doing this? I'm here today because I want to help other people feel. I want them to feel when they look at my planner and empowerment pouches that you are limitless, or that they can make it happen. That's what it's about. Don't give up. If there's one thing I want you to get from my message today, is that you are loved and you are capable and that you are stronger than you even realize. I love you and I thank you for having me. And oh, thank you, Maria. You're looking at a 10-year-old project that I made with paper, that I made with junkets. Yes, I've been around. Thank you so much, everybody. So if you have any questions, is there anything we needed to do? Can I quickly just tell you, like, I will be very fast. I'm not going to go through everything, but like I showed, artworks. One of the things that I came up, you guys, it took me 2 years. My pouches here. So these, I call these empowerment pouches because they come with coloring pencils that I designed, all 12 colors. They're my favorite. But guess what? All of my pens have empowerment on it, and it says Teresa Collins in gold, and it says your potential is limitless. And it has washi tape, it has a coloring pencil, one of my pens, and it also has a notebook, like work hard and stay humble. My why is so strong in my products. I want, and another thing is there are certain things that I will never sacrifice on, and that's quality. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at my memory books. So my memory photo albums come with 10 very, I like to, what would I say of these, Brian? They are very, very good page protectors in here. They're thick and they're yummy, and they will hold 40. And then you can also buy extra. So I've got these in black and white, and I did them 8 by 10 because we've got to get back to the foundation of printing out your photos. Print out your photos. Print out your photos. Do it. It matters. That is what brought me into this industry. And that's why these beautiful, they're the best gifts. They're awesome for making classes too. Back to 2020, my clear acetate paper, I have them in every color. They're thick, they're yummy. And I can't decide on one pattern, so you get a whole package. You guys, we have them in silver. We have them in clear. We have them, look at this, you guys. There's the stars and the stripes. This is silver. And by the way, there's a film on each of these to protect it. And I didn't sacrifice quality because I want these to be, look at this. These are the hearts. And you can take the film off. But you know what? Like there's so many times like I believe in the quality. That's important. Okay, so lots of colors of those. You guys, my 3 collections. Actually, there's 4, but okay. Tropical Bliss. I'm not going to show you the, I promise you, these colors are going to, oh my gosh. I can't even, amazing. Okay, so also, Lilac Avenue. Yes, it's lilac. And also, there's also 2 12 by 12 gold silver sheets of paper in this. You're going to love it. And also, okay, this one is, if you love amusement parks, if you love, this is Russia Magic, you guys. It is, this is actually so good. And I wanted to tell a story. So it's actually 18 double-sided papers in this. And there's gold foil. I'm telling you, I'm not going to go through all of it, but you're going to love it. You're going to love it, I promise, because everything I do, you're going to get the story behind it. You're going to get the journaling. I want to make it easier for you to be creative. Also, this year, I pushed myself. I've got 5 different card sets, you guys. But when I designed them, I did 5 by 7 cards in here, you guys. I did the regular size cards. And not only do you get beautiful cards, you guys, like beautiful cards that you can use in your making, in your projects. You can, there's the Southern girl in me, you guys. You got the tropical washi tape. It's amazing, right? But it also has the envelopes, you guys. So it has the designer envelopes. And then this is a storage box. So, and it even has the labels for your stamps, your dies, your ephemera, everything you need. So it's so beautiful because I want people to feel like they're having an experience too. Like, I want people to love. I've heard from people, you guys, that were not crafting for years, and now they're crafting again, and I love it. So stamps, you guys, my stamps, just the cutest stamps, high quality metal dies that will work in. These are thin metal dies. Like, this is a magnolia die. I about said stamp. Really, really good quality. Also, new. Oh, look at, I have to show you this Russian Magic stamps. Oh my goodness. I can't wait. I can't wait. And then this collection here, this is favorites. And these are my all-time favorites that we're just going to keep. So everybody always asked, my dots, your leopards, your empowerment, your everything, my favorite pinks, everything is in here because so many people were asking, can you bring this back? Can you bring this back? It's perfect for hey, we need to go. When this is over, we're going to come. We're going to be teaching some classes. We're coming. Puerto Rico, we're there. And then again, the art prints, you guys, you can use these in your mini books, but you could also put these on your walls. And the power of positivity is so, oh gosh, I know. Look at this. Hey babe, I had the rings. Let's show them the rings real quick. So what I did, because I always keep these are the favorites washi tape. Okay, you guys, this is how I keep them. Because you see them, you're going to use them so you can see all the gold. The glitter doesn't come off, high quality. So for example, so this is Russia Magic. This is Tropical Bliss. Look at my glitter pink. Oh my gosh. I wish we were at a trade show right now so I could show this to you. But more importantly, I wish I could hug you. I'm sending you a hug. There you go. Okay, look at this, you guys. Lilac Avenue. Oh. I wish I could just come here and hug you. Okay, so, new stickers, you guys. Everybody loves clear stickers. Our stickers just are so much good content. So not only do they empower, they come with 10, these new ones come with 10 sheets. You guys, look at this. Look at this. So it has all of these amazing, it has all of clear stickers. But guess what? It also has, can you show me the ones with all the alphabets and stuff? So you're getting all this clear. You're going to get 10 sheets in each of these. Tropical Bliss. I'll hurry. You're here for the pink and the palm trees. Yes. You have to come to Brazil too. Maria, we were scheduled. We were coming to Brazil. We were doing the big, huge show in...
Mega Artisanal.
Yep. We're coming as soon as we can. So you guys, these are clear, but I want to show you this. So if you get 10 sheets. I decided instead of you having to buy the alphabets, and so they all match, you get 10 sheets and these new sticker sheets. So you get the minis, you get circles, and you also get the alphabets. So you're getting alphabets too. Look at that. So cute. So, so many, you guys, like all of these, like you can see, this is the marble set that goes with favorites. So the power of positivity in your planning, in your memory making, is so real. So I could go, I wish we were here at a show. I wish we were here at a show. I'm not going to show anything else, but I just want you to know that when you see me next, I want you to give me the biggest hug in the world. I want to thank you more than anything. I just want to thank you because I am here still to this day because of you. I'm still going when this is all over. I still want to connect with you. I want to come to your stores. I want to come to your events. It's just part of me and my connection. And so let's make it happen. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. And I hope that with this kickoff that you have the most amazing experience. I'm sorry we can't be together, but we will be. So I love you all. Thank you. If you need me, you can always reach me at Teresa at teresacollinsstudio.com. And I'm here for you. Bye guys. Love you.